hello, and welcome to A New Thing with Cyndi. I am so glad that you're joining us today. If you've never been to our show, or if you're watching our show for the first time, I want to welcome you. My name is Cyndi Galley. I am the host of this show. Fairly new. We just celebrated our second birthday, and so now we've just kicked off season 3. So we're having a whole lot of fun here at A New Thing. It used to be A New Thing Live, and now it is A New Thing with Cyndi. Why? Because we're not always live anymore. This is why A New Thing with Cyndi. But either way, I'm so glad that you're with us. Hey, we want to encourage you. If you are on YouTube or if you are on Facebook, then go ahead and just chat with us. Let us know where you're watching from. Interact with what's being said. We love the comments and we love the interaction. If you're watching us on Roku, or if you're watching us on maybe your smart TV, then we're just glad that you're here. Here at A New Thing Live, we love to celebrate holidays, national days, but we also love to celebrate Fashion Week. And last month kicked off Fashion Week. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to a Fashion Week in the fall, but it's one of the reasons I look forward to the fall. If I'm not able to go to a Fashion Week, I can always watch it online. But when you watch it in person, oh my goodness, it's a beautiful thing to see what these designers create and to be in their world for even a minute and to see it showcased so beautifully on the runway. I love Fashion Week. So that being said, I'm excited to share that tonight we're going to see little snippets of some of the fall collection of what Michael Kors has dropped for their fall. And we're going to be doing it right in our own backyard at the Michael Kors store in South Coast Plaza. We're going to get to see what's been released for this particular season of fall. Beautiful colors, pinks and maroons, and of course shimmery shiny black, just gorgeous. And then we're going to get to hear from a model herself, somebody who this is her industry, this is her world, it's what she does. And we're going to learn why it's important not just to judge a book by its cover. So it's going to be a really fun episode. Now, before we go there, we're going to show you some of what Michael Kors has going on this fall and their collection. I introduced to you the Michael Kors store in South Coast Plaza and Michael Kors fall collection.
So we are really excited to share with you our new fall collection. We are starting out with this beautiful hat. It is all made out of like a felt material, and it's featuring our new Empire logo. This logo is a brand new logo to Michael Kors, and it's beautifully laid on the side of this hat, and it has an amazing leather strap attached to it. As we move down into this dress that she's wearing, it's a beautiful sweater dress. It has an amazing slit on the side, so it takes that sweater dress from, you know, a casual, regular sweater dress that you would see on an everyday occasion. This sweater dress is made out of a merino wool and a little bit of cashmere, so it's really, really soft and doesn't have any itchiness at all. We have paired it with a belt that actually does come with one of our sweaters, but you could pair this with any belt, or you could wear this without a belt at all, and it still has a beautiful draped finish. She does have a beautiful sandaled heel on. This heel is made out of suede. It's about a 4-inch heel, and it's got a great platform, so it's comfortable, and it's something that you can wear pretty much all day long. Now, leading into this handbag that she's carrying, this is a really, really special piece. This actually is part of the Michael Kors collection. It's all made in Italy, hand stitched. All of the brushed gold hardware is 18 karat gold. It's a beautiful, beautiful style. These are the pieces that actually come down the runway on the Michael Kors fashion shows that you see. The next piece that we want to feature from our newest fall collection is going to be this beautiful leopard corded lace mini dress. Something really special about this dress is that it has a beautiful puffed sleeve. It has an amazing empire waist that's going to accentuate your waist. And when you look closely at the details of the dress, it does have an actual leopard print detail within the lace. So this dress is lined, so that way you don't have to worry about anything, and it's not see-through at all. This dress does come in black or this beautiful Merlot color. Now, the handbag that she is carrying is actually one of the newest styles that is released by Michael Kors. He just created this brand new hardware, and this is the Empire hardware. It's very clean, it's very chic, it's very elevated. We've matched this beautiful dress with an open toe booty. The heel height on this is 3.5 inches, and it's got a great buckle detail just to add a little bit of shine to this look. The next piece that we are showcasing out of our fall collection is going to be this beautiful two-piece set. We have the ribbed wool blend pencil skirt, and we have the matching top in our newest shade of pink, royal pink. We have the exact same shade of royal pink within her shoes that are beautiful suede. They're a 4-inch heel, and that's the perfect strappy nude pink sandal that goes with pretty much everything. The ribbed mini skirt is something that fits with an everyday ease, and it's crafted from luxe merino wool, and it does have a touch of cashmere in there as well. So it's soft, it packs well, and the great thing about this two-piece look is that you can do so much with it. You can take the sweater off and have a great tank top for when it heats up a little bit, or you can throw that sweater on with a pair of jeans and an amazing pair of boots, and you can get so many looks out of this outfit. The last thing I want to touch on is the Parker bag that she's holding in the light cream color. This is a beautiful shade of light cream. It's also featuring the beautiful Empire hardware. It's a spacious bag, and there's also a crossbody strap, so you can carry it 2 different ways. The next piece that we are going to feature from our fall collection is this amazing leopard print calf hair moto jacket. This jacket is one of the most beautiful pieces. It's an amazing color. When you get close up and look at the detail, you can see that it's 100% calf hair. This jacket is an amazing piece to add to your wardrobe because it marries well with so many other pieces that you already have in your wardrobe. You could throw it over knits, you can throw it over a tank top, a t-shirt, and it will instantly elevate your look. Right now, it is paired with one of our amazing pairs of leather pants. This leather jogger specifically is a piece that can go sporty to dressy. The heels that she is wearing are made of suede, so they're really comfortable. That strap going over the toe, super comfortable, beautiful 4-inch heels. These are heels that are a staple piece you should have in your wardrobe. They can work with dresses, pants, everything. The last piece that we're gonna touch on is this beautiful Parker handbag. This is another silhouette. We have featured a few silhouettes, and this is gonna be a little bit more of a longer version, still carrying that beautiful, beautiful Empire hardware that is brand new to this Michael Kors line. So next, we have this show-stopping jumpsuit. This jumpsuit can be worn to all kinds of events. Think work functions, think cocktail parties. This has a lot of metallic dots within the fabrication. It has a necktie in the front. This necktie can be worn tied up, or you can undo for a little relaxed look. You can wear this Georgette style with platform heels for a leg lengthening silhouette. The shoes she has on right now are our classic Jordan heel. Beautiful 4-inch heel. An amazing shoe that can go with anything. She's also carrying one of our iconic Soho bags. This bag is made out of lambskin, and it's a beautifully quilted style. Michael Kors doesn't often do beautiful silver hardware, so this is a great piece to add to your wardrobe. This is our leopard print Georgette pleated dress. It's crafted from an airy Georgette that features a leopard motif. This dress has a beautiful V neckline. It can also be tied up, as it is right now, to create a beautiful teardrop in the neckline. This striking style is so beautiful, it's so chic that it really doesn't need a ton of accessories. This dress speaks for itself. It's a stunning length, and it has a beautiful hemline that is all different lengths. She has it paired with one of our heels. This is our Jordan heel. It's one of our staple heels that matches with everything. It's a 4-inch heel made of suede. And lastly, she is carrying one of our beautiful Hamilton bags. This handbag is our newest color in the gray with the silver hardware. Great style, middle pocket on the inside. Carries everything you need.
Absolutely beautiful. The cashmere, the pink, the maroons, the black, the sequins, the shiny. My goodness, what a beautiful collection Michael Kors just dropped. Now we're gonna make it easy for you. We're gonna provide their link on our website. Click on that link and it's gonna take you right to the Michael Kors online store so that you can shop online. But if you are in the SoCal area, we're gonna invite you. Don't just visit any Michael Kors store. Come on down to the Michael Kors in South Coast Plaza and you are going to love the staff. You're gonna fall in love with every one of them. They're gonna take such good care of you and you are going to love leaving whatever it is that they style you with. Truly, anytime I wear something that's Michael Kors, I feel like, ooh, I'm feeling really good today. Now, not only do we get to see some of the beautiful pieces that Michael Kors has released this fall in their collection, but we get to hear from tonight's special guest who's going to talk to us about the ins and outs of what it is to be in the industry and really what it means to pursue your dreams, but being every bit of the person that you are supposed to be. So don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick message. It's an all new, bringing you now more than ever before. You'll be inspired. Welcome to A New Thing Live. And Italian food is a comfort.
Oh my goodness.
You're not a rapper.
It's okay, honey. It's okay.
You'll be straight.
What's in there? You just can't.
You just can't find it. No. But I have one. It's in there.
It's in there.
We get real. That you had mentioned is that you help people get to their next best place in God. But while they're turning, well, I couldn't do it. And we have fun. We're going where we've never gone before, and we're inviting you to come along. It's A New Thing Live. We get real, we get raw. It's a little bit of crazy, but a whole lot of fun. Come and join us on Monday nights where you will be strengthened to do that new thing that's in your heart to do. And subscribe today to A New Thing Live. So I met tonight's guest while I was producing a fashion show for Michael Kors at the South Coast Plaza store. I met the lovely Monique Barrios, who actually was a model, one of the models. You know, it's one of the reasons why I say don't judge a book or a person by its cover, because truly, as you will hear, she is more than just another pretty face. You know, sometimes that's all people will just look on the outward. But you're going to hear there's so much more depth to this woman, this amazing woman right here. And so would you please help me welcome Monique Barrios?
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
oh my
you.
goodness.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
It's so good to have you. And we are at Michael Kors.
Yes.
At the South Coast Plaza, which is where we met.
I remember it was back in May. Yes, it was just so amazing.
It was
such an amazing experience.
It was so much fun. It really was. I just have to say this, and you're actually wearing a beautiful Michael Kors
Thank you. Yes.
sweater. Actually, if you could see her whole outfit.
Yes. I'm all pinked out.
She's all pinked out, and we're both wearing Michael Kors.
Yes.
And really, this is from their fall collection.
Yes, this is from their fall collection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I just thought it would be fitting. You know, we've had all of these fashion weeks going all the way back to September. Starting with New York, and then it moves, of course, to Paris. It moves to London. I know London was postponed a little bit because of the loss of their queen.
Right.
And back in New York for Bridal Fashion Week, and then LA Fashion Week. But I just thought, you know what? This would be the perfect opportunity to get Monique on the show.
Thank you.
And we have a mutual friend in common. I know you've also done some modeling for the wonderful Joanna Hernandez.
Yes.
Yes, the designer of Glaudy. We've had her on the show as well.
Yes, Joanna Hernandez, she's amazing.
She is amazing.
She's Latina.
Yes.
She's a woman of God. And
Yes.
I remember when I first heard of her, it was back in 2019. She had opened up one of her stores, and my mom had told me about her. And my mom's like, wouldn't you want to model for her?
Yeah.
And ever since then, as I saw Joanna Hernandez grow with her designs, not only in bridal, but in evening gown.
Oh my goodness, yes.
It was something in my heart that I knew that one day I wanted. I wanted to model for her, and thank you, God, that dream did come true this month.
I love that.
I'm really thankful that I had the opportunity to be able to model for her bridal collection.
She's amazing. You know, she's a single designer. We're not here to talk only about Joanna, but we may as well, just while we're talking about it, you know, is a single woman, and, you know, her story is incredible. She saw her parents both working behind the scenes in factories, clothing factories.
Yeah.
And she just felt like someone that looks like herself, she said, someone that looked like me, like needs to be the face of a design.
Definitely.
You know, and so I love that. I love that she's pursued that, and she's amazing. I mean, she talked about how fabulous God is.
Yes.
That's one of her slogans is God is fab, because He is.
Yes.
But she's received a lot of accolades and just a lot of achievements because of who she is and what she's done. And so I'm so glad that you got a chance to do that.
Yes, thank you. Yes, so very quickly, I actually met her back in July at a woman conference, and she talked about her story. And it was actually her and her mom, and she had received an award. And it was the first time that I actually met her in person. So it was awesome. It was so awesome. And then a few months later, she had a casting. She had a casting at her Beverly Hills store, and I thought, this is the opportunity to go to that casting. You know, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but and that's how it all happened.
I love that. And really, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on here, of course, because of all of the fashion weeks that have been launched over the last month.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said about someone who's pursuing something such as modeling. There's so much depth to who you are. I would love for you to share even your story about like how you are where you are to, like, yes, you're modeling, but you have a great education. And you've got some things you want to do.
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
But I love that you're pursuing this dream of yours along the way.
Thank you.
That takes courage.
Thank you. Definitely.
Yeah.
I have to say that God is the strength, and He is the foundation of my journey.
Yes.
I always think about that God always has a great plan for every single one of us.
Yes.
And God knows what's best for us. So while I'm pursuing this, I know that God already has a plan, and that His plan is good. It's great.
Woo, it is good.
You know, so it's definitely have to say it's all glory to God.
Well, thank you for sharing that and encouraging our viewers. Sometimes I'm like, y'all just need to bring a journal. And y'all, for those of you that are note takers and have the Word of God, then you get the Word of God out too, and just start, writing and go. I recall a scripture very similar to that. But so many questions I have for you.
Yes, and I'm ready. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So when did you know that you wanted to first become a model? How old were you?
I was a child.
What?
I was probably 8 years old.
Oh.
I've always loved fashion.
Yes.
Because fashion to me is a way where I'm able to express who I am and how I feel at the moment. So it was at a very young age, but I didn't start doing photo shoots until I was like 15.
Wow.
And I think the love of modeling just grew from there. Of modeling to me is a woman or a man as someone feeling comfortable and confident in their own skin. And everyone should be able to feel comfortable and confident in their own skin.
That's so good. I'm thinking back to when I was in junior high. I loved reading Bazaar, Harper's Bazaar, and Vogue. A good friend of mine, she would always bring these Bazaar magazines, and we were just like oohing and awing over the fashion. And I'm like, Mom, back in my day, I don't know, have you ever heard of Jordache?
I have, yes.
I know it's vintage now. But back then it was like, oh, I need to have Jordache jeans.
Yes.
Fidel Sassoon, I need to have his jeans. And my mom was so cute. She would do what she can, you know. I needed Gloria Vanderbilt. And so she went to like a little outlet or one of those sample sales and was getting me these weird colors. But I didn't care because I was wearing, you know, these designer labels. But I would never have thought, but I want to be a model. I loved fashion. My thing was, as I got older, because of my faith in God, I would say, where are the magazines that couple faith with fashion? And that's where I was like, okay, that's where I felt like the Lord was like, you're going to provide a solution for that. So just talking a little bit about that. So you were 8 years old and then you felt like you wanted to be a model. Was it like an experience where people were taking pictures of you, or would you just come out and be like, I'm modeling? Like, what did that look like for you?
So I actually had an aunt who loved just taking photos, and she loved fashion as well. And she would do my makeup, she would do my hair, and we would just have our own photo shoots in the backyard. And little by little, I just grew that love, and I became more comfortable and confident in front of the camera. So it started with her. It really did.
Wow. What was your aunt's name?
Jeanette.
Jeanette,
yes.
Thank you, Aunt Jeanette,
Yes.
for that. That's wonderful. I love that.
Yeah.
I think of some of the photo shoots I did with my sisters, and I thought, oh, we just put a white sheet in the back, it's gonna look so cute. But I was really taking their pictures again. And that's one of the things about this show. It's like, if you just kind of start thinking about what are the things that you just naturally did, right?
Right.
Like I was already naturally taking pictures, but where were we gonna put them? You know, it's like we have these pictures, but I felt like we were doing them for a purpose, but we never put them anywhere.
Definitely.
So I love that your aunt helped you do that. And so when like for example, Kendall Jenner, I know that already at the age of around 15, she was already modeling. And when I hear that, it just makes me go, what in the world? But you're saying you too.
Yeah.
15 years old. So do you march into a modeling agency? Like, what does that look like?
So at 15, I was really building my portfolio.
Okay.
And to me, it was just about really developing that craft as a model of just being comfortable in front of a camera. And I did a lot of that. I did collaborate with so many photographers, and I was just able to really build my portfolio throughout the years.
I love that. Wow. So good.
Yes.
So how long did it take you to do that? And you said, okay, I'm going to build my portfolio. Did you have like, I'm going to do this for 3 years, I'm going to do this for 5? Or was it just like, I'm going to build my portfolio until I feel like I'm ready?
Yes.
Okay.
So it was a year's process, but I wanted to build my portfolio until I felt like I was ready to go to a modeling agency, and I felt like I was ready to go to castings and really put myself out there in the fashion industry.
Wow. Yes. Well, good for you. So glad that you did that. Can I just ask you how, because you're beautiful and tall.
Thank you.
You've got these gorgeous long legs. I mean, I'm 5'3", and so anytime I see anybody taller than 5'3", I go, oh, they're tall. I love that. I would love to be tall. But I've accepted. I'm 5'3". That's all good. How tall are you?
I am 5'9".
Wow.
Without heels. 5'9".
Without heels.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. So what is it usually 5'6", 5'7", about what they like to see in the fashion industry, like walking the catwalk?
Typically, it's 5'8" and above.
So how tall were you when you were 15 and you were modeling?
I was still growing.
Okay.
I would say I was 5'6".
Okay.
And I was just still growing, being one of the tallest in my classes. But it's just embracing who God created you to be.
Yes, it's so good. And were you comfortable when you were a teenager being 5'6" or being the tallest in your class?
Yes, I think it was a process, and it was just different, but it was just embracing that and owning that. I have a really tall dad, so I get the genes from him.
I love that. And we're all different. Like every one of us, like not one of us, isn't it crazy? Not one of us has the same thumbprint.
Exactly.
Billions of people. And you could be in the same family, you could be twins, and the thumbprint would still be different.
Yes.
And your DNA is different. Right? Isn't that crazy? How good God is?
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
That we're
I love
so
it.
unique in our own ways.
Yes. So
Yes.
when did you land your first gig?
I remember doing this photo shoot with this one photographer who's worked with so many different brands. And this was when I was 17. It was in the fashion district of LA. My mom, my grandma went, and we just threw on a bunch of different looks. And 17-year-old me was just so happy and just really taking that all in, was just happy to be there at that moment.
Yes.
And just, like I said, being comfortable and confident in your own skin.
Yes.
And it was just the dream come true at the age of 17.
I love that you had the support or have the support of your family. I think that's important because there are people out there that have dreams to do things and their families would just want to kibosh it and put a squash on it.
Definitely.
And if that's you, like we're saying, still do it, you know, because not everybody's going to be in your corner.
Right.
But the reason why you felt so happy was because you were doing one of the things that you were created to do.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's how I feel when I'm doing this, you know.
And when you love something, you don't even feel like you're working.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. So you talked a little bit about style.
Yes.
And so what would you say is your style, like as a fashion model? What would you say your style is now? And then talk a little bit to us through some of the transitions you've seen yourself.
Yes. I think from a young age, I've been so girly. So I've always loved the color pink.
Oh, yeah.
And I've always loved dresses.
Yeah.
And as I've gotten older, if I can pick one outfit to wear like every week, it would definitely be dresses. And just mixing them up with boots and heels. And I just feel like I'm very girly, but I also like fashion that is different, that's unique, that has different patterns. And for me, I feel like my fashion style is feminine, and I feel like it makes a statement.
And it does. Like, this is everything, girl. Like this
Thank
sweater,
you.
skirt, this pencil skirt she's wearing. It's ribbed pencil skirt with a little touch of cashmere. And I love that because it's partnered and paired. And you'll see pictures of it. We're gonna be showing it to you probably even like right now.
Yes.
Just beautiful. Just
Thank you.
stunning. Yeah,
Thank you.
they did an incredible job. And this was all done at the Michael Kors at South Coast Plaza.
Yes.
Yeah, so really, you guys, I mean, not that I'm trying to put in this plug, but we really are. If you're in the SoCal area, I don't even care if you live in LA, come down to South Coast Plaza,
Definitely.
right?
Have an amazing team.
Yes, they have an incredible team. They can assess my little body type, my little 5'3", cute little pear-shaped body type. They can assess that. And then they bring me things that they know I'm gonna love. And so this is one of the pieces. And when I wear this dress, I get so many compliments. I feel the flow, I feel the material. And I'm like, oh, I love this dress.
Yes.
Right?
And there's just something about fashion. If you put on your favorite outfit, it's like, it just changes your mood.
Yes.
That's the beauty and that's the power of fashion. And I've always loved fashion.
Yes, yes.
Since I was a child.
Fashion is fun. Well, speaking of fashion, so what would you say would be some of your top like looks or even some of your favorite designers?
Ooh, favorite designer, one of them, Joanna Hernandez.
Yes. I'm like, girl, I don't care how expensive your dresses are. When I get married, I'm calling you. I'm calling you, Joanna.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I think they're just absolutely beautiful. And
Yes.
I'm going to be competing in Miss California next year, so I would definitely love to collaborate with Joanna Hernandez and
Oh, yes.
wear one of her evening gowns during the competition. So
Yes, I feel like
Yeah.
she did a dress for one of the Miss Universe competitions. So you're going to be competing in Miss California next year.
yes.
Okay, so what does that look like?
Yeah, so I'm really excited. Throughout the years, I always saw Miss Universe and Miss California. And I was always inspired because if you were to win Miss California, you would go to Miss USA. And I feel like these women throughout the years have had a platform. And they've had a voice and they've been able to speak about certain issues and certain topics. And it's very empowering to see other women who are able to have their voice and speak, speak what they believe is right.
Yes. So good. And
Yes.
so you're going to have the opportunity to do that.
Yes, and
Oh.
I'm very excited to be representing. I'm Miss Anaheim Hills, so I'm very excited to be representing Anaheim.
Yes.
And just be able to speak my voice and talk about the things that matter to me.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I love that. This woman, there's so much depth to her. I had no idea you were Miss Anaheim Hills. How exciting. So what does that look like for you then to say, okay, I would like to run for Miss California?
Definitely.
Like, what is the first step that you take to do that?
Yeah, so I think preparation is key, and I've been really preparing for that in talks of just really knowing what's going on in our society, what's going on in California, and also just being prepared, because when you go into one of these competitions, you want to be able to share with the audience and the judges about you, but also talk about specific topics and also those interview questions that you see, those top 5 interview questions are really important as well. So it's a lot of preparation.
Yes. Wow. Well, we're going to be praying for you and rooting for you. And you, girl, you let me know. We're going to be cheering for you.
Thank you.
That is so exciting. I love
you.
that. I love that. Now, I'm just going to switch gears a little bit because we're talking about some of your favorite labels and designers, but I'm sure you also have icons. You're talking about female empowerment. Who are some of the women that have been role models for you?
My mom.
Aww.
My mom has been my biggest role model.
I love that.
And just teaching me life lessons about life, and really just being grateful for what you have and knowing that your journey is your journey and you do not need to compare yourself to anyone else.
Yes.
My mom has always taught me that as a young child, of just knowing that God has great plans for you.
Yeah.
And you just have to embrace your journey.
Yes. Oh, that's so good.
Yes. So my mom is my biggest.
Catching that. That's so good. So earlier we were talking today, and yes, fashion is important to you and modeling, and now I'm finding out that you're running for Miss California.
Yes.
But you have some other things that you would like to do as well. How do you determine, because there might be people that are watching that go, well, I want to do this, I want to do that. How do you know what order to do things in? And how do you know what season it is to do the things that you desire to do?
When I graduated from college last year, I really knew that I wanted to focus on modeling. It was just in my heart. And also focus on acting as well. And I believe I really had to put this in prayer, and I really had to talk to the Lord about this, and Him just direct me and Him just guide me, because I believe that there's a perfect timing for everything.
Yes.
So it was just really putting that into prayer and knowing that God had a perfect timing. It's definitely having those conversations with God and knowing what He wants you to do in your life right now, because this season might be different from the next season that's to come.
That's so good. And that's one of the things that we've been talking about a lot on A New Thing, is like knowing what season you're in.
Definitely.
You have to know what season you're in. And sometimes, you know, we have dreams and we see pictures of things in our heart, of things that we want to do, but that doesn't mean that it's for now. A lot of times you might just see it and it's for years down the road, but it's to give you a vision so that you have something to work towards.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
So I love that you said that. And we really want to encourage people, like, know what season you're in. And if you don't know, I mean, we've said this before on the show, like, we're here to pray for you. We want to help you. You may say, I love what you're saying, but I don't know how to start. Like, just email us. Reach out to us, and our team would love to pray for you and help you to find that place in your journey. Everybody's journey is different. And I love that you said don't compare yourself.
I think that that's so important.
That is so important. And we have it all around us. I mean, even growing up, I would compare myself to some of the models in magazines. Well, I'm short and I'm this and I'm that, you know. But I think you can look at beautiful things, people, fashion, and say, but then you go, this is me. Now it is me. It's going to look different on me than it does on her, for sure. But it's important to know what's you and what's not you. And, you know, sometimes I might even see something that I like and I go, you know what, but I don't think that would look great on me. You know, and it's okay, because there are other things that will look good on you. Right?
Definitely. And it's important to know that there's only one you.
Yes.
And I will say it again, it's important not to compare yourself to other people, because your journey is your journey.
I love that.
And everyone's journey is different. And when you talked about different seasons, that's how I felt when wanting to model for Joanna Hernandez. I'm also a part of Darman Studios, which I've been doing a lot of productions with them through acting.
Okay.
And I remember my aunt had told me about the studios, and this was back in 2020.
Okay.
And I knew from then on that I wanted to work with them, and this year I started working with them, and
wow.
I feel like God has a timing for everything, and whatever that you want to do, and know that God is in control, and if it's meant for you, it's meant for you, and that God has a perfect timing.
Yeah, I think that's so good, and it's important to remember that, because I think sometimes people do get discouraged and think, well, it's not happening, so I'm just going to quit, and that doesn't mean that it's not for you. It might just mean that it's not for now. There's some things that I've been holding on to for over 18 years, some of them 20 years, 22 years, and I just know. Well, I bring it back to the Lord and say, Lord, if this isn't of you, then please remove it from my heart. But when it's there and it's things that I feel like he has spoken to or highlighted, it doesn't matter how bleak it looks, right? It doesn't matter how many years it takes. If it's there, then it's there for a reason. And just, take those baby steps to getting there for whatever that is. Maybe going back to school or pursuing a hobby or modeling. I mean, I know a lot of models that are not 5'6" or not 5'7", but they're 5'3", 5'4", 5'5".
Yes.
And don't let people box you in to say, oh, I just can't do it because I'm 5'3". No.
Right.
If it's in your heart to do and you desire to do and it brings you joy,
exactly,
then you're supposed to be doing it. You're supposed to be doing it somewhere.
Exactly.
Right?
I do believe in that for sure.
Yes, absolutely. As we wrap up, are there any times where you're pursuing something that's in your heart, but you maybe come against an obstacle, or maybe you've even maybe fear, insecurity? And if so, how do you handle that? Like, what do you do to get rid of that or to get past that and remove that?
Definitely. So for me, I have definitely experienced that. And I think for me, like I said, prayer is so powerful. And just having those conversations with God. And really what's helped me is also journal as well. And really you can talk to the Lord through prayer. I think what's really helped me is just having my faith in God and just knowing that everything's going to be okay, but going back to his word. And it's prayer for me. Prayer is just so powerful, and it's just really having that conversation with God. You're able to have just that conversation with him and just be honest and real with him.
Yes.
So I feel like prayer to me has been very important.
To do that.
Yeah.
And it helps you to get past that.
Yes.
And you're absolutely right. Some of the things that I've encountered, it's like I have to use God's word, speaking it out and saying, no, his word says this. Well, Jesus had to do that in the wilderness when he was tempted. He said, it is written, and he quoted scripture. And so a lot of times, if there are things that we are facing, the word is so clear. God hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And if you don't have those things, then it's like, but he's given us those things. So how do we obtain those things? And sometimes it's just like literally going toe to toe and declaring those things and saying that fear needs to go.
Definitely.
You need to go, and I'm going to walk this out. Even though I'm afraid, I'm going to still walk it out in faith. And then before you know it, that fear bows down. Right?
It's like declaring that, right?
Yeah.
And that you are created in the image of Christ.
Yes.
And that each and every single one of us has a gift, gifts to offer to this world.
Yes.
So and
good.
And when you had mentioned what's my next season, what has came in my heart that I feel like God has really placed. I want to do a short film called Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful, and that's my next project.
Okay.
And I really felt since 2020, God has put that in my heart. So that's something that I want to film, since I also do act as well, but direct and be able to produce as well, and be able to share that with other ministries and other people once it's finished and ready to go. But that's something that God has put in my heart that I am going to be filming soon.
Well, we are championing you and all of these projects and your goals and your dreams, and I believe that they're all there for a reason, that they will come to pass and they will be successful, but in the sense of impacting people's lives, touching their hearts. And what I think that message is so needed, be your own kind of beautiful.
Yes.
You know, I see a lot of people wanting to look like other people, and they're transforming themselves to look like other people and be like other people. And I found for me at 27, the freedom came when I realized who I was. Black, Mexican, with a little bit of white, loud, wiry hair that gets frizzy when it's humid out, big hands, big feet, 5'10", 5'3", but only a size 10 foot. I mean, I realized like this is who I am. And then I embraced it. I loved it. I said, Lord, I love who you've made me to be. And I had to ask him to forgive me for the parts that I was embarrassed about, because I was embarrassed that I was too talkative, because people would say, well, you're so talkative and you're too loud. And if you let what people say about you, they shouldn't be saying those things about you if that's who you are and that's your makeup. I'm not saying that we can't work to be better. We can always work to be better.
Definitely.
Yes, talkative, but I should probably also let people talk instead of having that like, well, this is just who I am, and so I'm going to, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying, like embracing who you are, but then making room for other people to be a part of you the way you are. I love that.
Yes. So be your own kind of beautiful, to me, there's so much inspiration behind it.
Yes.
But I think my message is really being able to share a life of women of all different ethnicities and all different walks of life, to know that they are beautiful just the way they are, and that God has given each and every single one of them gifts to share with the world. And that's the message that I want to share with the world. And I'm so excited to be able to film it and have the rest of the world see it.
Yes, well, we're excited to have you film it. I'm excited to promote it, to share it, to watch it, because I think that really is such an important and impacting message that the world needs. And you are a gift.
Thank you.
Yeah, who you are is a gift to me. Even this little bit of time we've been talking, and we've only known each other for a few months, but I'm just excited about, growing in whatever it is that God has for us as well. So yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
And I want people to know that they're beautiful just the way they are, and they don't need to change, that they are already God's masterpiece.
Woo.
But the true beauty that stays is within. And that's the beauty that will never fade. Until this day, it has always stuck with me. Mm-hmm. And that's why in my heart, I feel like I want to create this film, because I want to be able to share that with the world.
So good.
So,
well, let us know when that comes out. Now, is there any way that we can follow you, like either on social media or any of your projects? Are there any events coming up that you want to talk to us about that we should be on the lookout for you?
Yes, so okay. I'm going to be in San Diego Fashion Week, so I'm really excited about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How can we follow you?
Yes, so you can follow me at _Monique Barrios on Instagram, and also Monique Barrios on YouTube and TikTok as well.
TikTok, you're a TikToker.
I am. Creating content is so much fun, and you're able to be creative and be you.
Yes, so good. Well, we're so glad that you're you. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us and talking just about your heart. And again, you are the person for this episode, because while fashion shows are amazing and they're fun and they're creative and oh my goodness, some are just like dynamic, a lot of the focus is all on the external. I get it, also the designs as well,
Definitely.
But there's so much more behind the fashion and the models. Sometimes people will ask me, why are you like fashion? So why are you so into fashion? It's like, it's beautiful. It's a form of expression.
It really is.
And so it's artistic. And some of the designs you go, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. And what were they thinking? And what inspired them to do that? And that's their true self. And they're just creating from who they are and what they're envisioning. So much fun to have you on here today.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so much for having me.
Of course, thank you so much. Well, don't go away. We do want to thank also Michael Kors for letting us come and hang out here today at their South Coast Plaza. But do not go away. We will be right back after this message.
My dear sisters, I have been looking forward to our women's conference this October. It is called Reveal, and God is going to reveal himself, and he's going to reveal things about us that are so pertinent for this day. I want to invite you, and I want you to prepare your heart to receive from the Lord on October 21st and 22nd. Our guest speaker, Sharon James, is one of my favorite authors. Her books are powerful. Her ministry is powerful, so practical, and takes spiritual dynamics and lets us know how to translate these dynamics into everyday life that makes a significant difference. I want to read to you a word that one of our team members had that the Lord gave her for our women's conference, and it said this: "For too long, my daughters have been pushed aside, lied to, marginalized, oppressed, and stricken. No more. I am for them, not against them. I will build them up. They will be strengthened and set free from the lies of the enemy. This conference is the new song that I am singing over them. Sing, my daughters. Sing this new song with me. I have pulled back the veil and I'm revealing who I made you to be." I believe that encapsulates so beautiful what God is going to do. I encourage you to set aside the Friday night at 7, the Saturday morning from 9 to 12, and be a part of what God is doing in our midst. You are welcome to register on our website under events. I look forward to this time with you.
Okay, so if you need more information on how you can get a hold of that, we will have information for you on our website. Hey, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, for being a part of A New Thing with Cyndi. Share the show. If you haven't yet, do subscribe. Head on over to Michael Kors online. If you're in Southern California, then come on over to the Michael Kors at South Coast Plaza. And please remember, we are here for you. If you have a prayer request, email us at anewthing.live@gmail.com. Yes, we would love for you to follow us. Yes, we would love for you to join us on Facebook. Yes, we would love for you to subscribe on YouTube. But more than that, I'm asking you, if you have a need, reach out to us, please. We want you to know that we are here for you and you are not called to do life alone. Now, next week is going to be a wonderful show, another wonderful episode. So set your alarm Monday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have a great week. Please be safe. Love the people around you. Don't forget to check out Michael Kors. A huge thank you to Monique Barrios for coming and sharing so beautifully her heart. Absolutely beautiful. And a huge thank you to the Michael Kors team for allowing us to see a sneak peek of some of the beautiful collection that they've dropped this fall. Oh my goodness. I am excited. I got some shopping to do. Have an incredible week, and we'll see you next week on A New Thing with Cyndi. Bye-bye.